Now, as the Russia invasion in Ukraine completes its third week, U.S. President Joe Biden has branded Vladimir Putin, and I quote, a war criminal, as the Russian leader's onslaught in Ukraine claims more civilian lives. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has made a searing appeal for help to the U.S. Congress and to Biden himself, who responded by pledging $1 billion in weapons to fight Russia's invading army. Back in Ukraine, the train station of the city of Lviv teems with outgoing passengers competing for seats on locomotives leaving the war-torn nation. But on the desolate platform, far from the main hall, refugees disembark to return home despite the conflict with Russia still raging. Leila Mohammed reports.
U.S. President Joe Biden has branded Vladimir Putin a war criminal as the Russian leader's onslaught in Ukraine claimed more civilian lives, and a theater where hundreds were sheltering was destroyed by bombing. Biden's rebuke, his sharpest yet, came after Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky made a searing appeal for help to the U.S. Congress and the president himself, who responded by pledging $1 billion in new weapons to fight Russia's invading army. Mariupol city authorities have said Russia purposefully destroyed a theater, though Moscow blamed Ukrainian forces for the blast. The attack on the theater in Mariupol is the latest atrocity in the southern city, which has been besieged for weeks, with more than 2,000 people killed so far. Efforts to establish the number of casualties were hampered by nearby shelling. Western sanctions against Putin's regime have pushed Russia close to a default on its foreign debts. Moscow was due Wednesday to pay $117 million. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov says a compromise outcome would center on Ukraine becoming a neutral state, comparable to Sweden and Austria. But Zelensky's office gave the idea a short shrift. There was one glimmer of hope that talks might yet bear fruit as the United States and Russia made their first high-level contact since the invasion began.